Hey guys, I am Harshit Vadiparthi and welcome back to another video where we're going to discuss all things AI, and this is actually going to be a very interesting video where we're going to discuss and dive deeper into Anthropic's new release, which is actually a breakthrough in the modern AI technology, right? Because what Anthropic has built is something really amazing. I think it's the beginning of autonomous computers, where you just have to sit back and just prompt and then it does all the work. So I don't know, I'm also like excited, skeptical, don't know where the world's going. I think that's what my mindset is after the release. But before we discuss any of that, first let's dive deeper into the article, the blog by Anthropic, which was released on 22nd of October, and it's actually a very short read. So let's just read through it, and there's also a video which we can just watch together, and then you can get my thoughts on what's happening here with Anthropic, right? So firstly, Anthropic's new release, Introduction to Computer Use, which is a new Claude Sonnet 3.5, which is also Claude Sonnet New, as they call it, and then Claude 3.5 Haiku. So let's just look into both of these. And also, if you can just look at the image here, it basically has a cursor click. That basically means Claude is just doing the work for you, right? So now let's just dive deeper into this. So today, announcing the upgraded Claude 3.5 Sonnet, which is actually a new model and has been upgraded from 3.5, which actually delivers across the board improvements over its predecessor, right? And there's also Haiku, which actually matches the performance of Claude Opus. There's actually going to be a more affordable kind of large language model where you can just use the API for other tasks, but it's going to be better than 3 Opus, all right? But now what's interesting is they're also introducing the new capability in public beta called Computer Use, and that's the API, and it's also still in the experimental stage. I don't know if you guys remember, OpenAI has also demoed its own desktop Mac application, but it never got released. I don't know when they're going to release it. Maybe after this they're going to release it. Maybe also November. Maybe this November is actually going to be the 2 years anniversary of OpenAI, like the second birthday. And Sam Altman has also asked what should they do for the second birthday. So maybe we can expect a desktop application from OpenAI, but that's again going to be a game changer. So that was great, where you can just move your cursor through, you can ask questions, you can just ask OpenAI, you can basically just, it's like you're having an expert on your Zoom and you're screen sharing it to them and asking questions and navigating, and then they're giving you answers. So this is also super similar to it, and there are actually some companies also using this already, but again, I'd say we first watch the video here, which is Claude Computer Use for automating operations. So
I'm Sam, and I'm one of the researchers here at Anthropic. Computer use is something that we felt was going to be important for a while now. So today we're going to be talking about a very early version we have of computer use and walking through a representative example of the things we think it's going to be useful for.
All right, so Claude is generating all the computer actions shown here. This demonstration was recorded in a controlled environment with some supporting infrastructure simplified outright. Some basic stuff, but actually Claude is doing the whole generation stuff.
Going through a quick demo today. In this fictional demo, a customer, in this case the app equipment company, has come to us and asked us to fill out a vendor request form. The data I need to fill out this form is scattered in various places on my computer. What we're going to do is ask Claude to look at the spreadsheet, check if AMP equipment is in there, and if not, move over to the CRM and try and find some more information there. Once it has this data, Claude's going to then fill out the form for us and hopefully transfer the information across to the vendor form. The first thing that's going to happen is Claude's going to start taking screenshots of my screen and quickly realizes that the AMP equipment company isn't actually in the spreadsheet. So the first thing it does is it swaps over to a CRM and searches for the company we're interested in. Luckily, we get a search match, and Claude then starts scrolling through the page, looking for all the information it needs to fill out this form. Claude then autonomously starts transferring the information across without me having to do anything, and goes through the steps and fills out all the information needed. And then submits the form. This example is representative of a lot of drudge work that people have to do. This is available in the API. We're excited for people to try it, and we should expect things to get a lot better over the coming.
All right, so wait, so it's actually available with the API. All right, so maybe that's why I actually watched a lot of these YouTube videos where people have already started trying it, but when I'm on Claude, when just using Claude, I'm not able to find any of that feature, though I have the Pro subscription. I wasn't able to find any of this. So maybe there's an API thing that's going on, and I think I've actually seen this GitHub repo as well. So I think let's actually do a deep dive video into this and how we can build our own AI agent or whatever that's called, like the computer use agent, right? So that's, man, I don't even know what to say. If you can just look at this, okay, so this is the prompt, they've prompted it, maybe they just edited out the actual prompting to make the video shorter, but look at this. It basically takes a screenshot and then, you know, puts that in Claude, and then there's actions, right? It knows what's happening, and, you know, that ant company wasn't there, so it moves the cursor. I think 49542 is like the coordinates. So it moves the cursor, it clicks, it's a left click, and then takes a screenshot, and then again does the next work and the next work. Man, this is literally like a person doing it. I mean, the thing with code is, so even if I'm just moving my cursor, that's basically code behind it. Right, so that's basically like, you know, a code behind it, and I think just the biggest example is like Python, right? You can basically control computers, is the language of computers. I think this is like literally game changing, because you can just sit down and you can just ask things, and you know what, the immediate use case that I can think of is actually calendar. So I work at a company called JustPay.ai, which is basically an accounting automation software company. It's actually a YC funded startup, and I'm working there as an evangelist and a podcast host, and my job is to work with Daniel, the CEO, and then schedule podcasts, and then, you know, get on guests, right? And the most regurgitating and irritating task is actually just looking at the calendar and giving the right time to the guest. But with this, it just does it. I mean, if I just prompt it out, and then I can just give it the statements, or, you know, the prompts, and then it can just look into my Notion calendar, Google calendar, whatever it is, and then send out an email. Man, this is fucking crazy. This is just, I don't know what's going to happen after this, man. I mean, this is like the first step of computer automation, and then, I mean, what's going to happen to all the jobs, man? I mean, it's like, so this is basically like asking an intern, where you're just paying an intern a salary, a monthly salary, and just saying, hey, intern, you know, this is your task, and this is what you're supposed to do. Or even a virtual assistant. I think all of these jobs can be automated, and I think this is great, right? I mean, I actually have like 2 computers myself, and maybe I can just work on one computer and then just have my intern, which is this Claude use computer feature, and then ask it to do all the other tasks, and there's so much work we can get done, right? So I think this is great. Now let's just look into the benchmarks. So just compared to the old previous benchmarks, let's just compare GPT-4o and then the Claude 3.5 new Sonnet, right? So GPT-4o, so graduate level reasoning 65%, GPT-4o was only 53%, and then undergraduate level knowledge is 78%, and okay, GPT-4 wasn't provided. So the most important thing here is code, right? So human eval 93.7%, and okay, so not a big jump, but I guess even 3% is actually a significant jump if we compare 2 years ago where GPT-3 was, right? Because all of this is actually compounding. All of this will compound, and if you just merge this with a lot of other applications, it's literally game changer, right? You can get a lot of work done with just minimal effort. And now math problem solving, GPT-4o was great, but now 3.5 Sonnet has got a little bit of bump there, and then high school level math competition, not important that much. Okay, so agentic coding 49%. So I think this is something, I mean, I really don't know benchmarks. I mean, I'm just reading this out to you, but to really understand benchmarks, you just have to sit down and just use that application, right? You got to use that model. That's when you're really going to find out what the benchmarks are. And I really don't trust these benchmarks. It's just there, I mean, numbers, but at a human level, you know which model is better. Like, is it good at understanding prompts? Is it good at giving you the exact output that you need? I mean, for example, if I just show you my code, the code base, right? If you just look at the code base, right now I can just, this is Cursor, by the way. This is Cursor. I think you guys are also aware of Cursor. If you're not, maybe I'll just do another video where I'll be building an entire application on Cursor. So as you can see, I can select the models here. 3.5 Sonnet is the previous one, and this is the new one, which is 2024, which is basically like 2.0 version there. So Claude Sonnet 3.5, 3.5 Sonnet. This is something that we can use. Also, there's O1 and O1 preview, but I think the wait time is a lot. And I just think 3.5 is going to be great. I've actually been trying it. It does understand prompts better than GPT-4o. The thing is, I've actually stopped using GPT-4o for Cursor. I've just been using Claude Sonnet, right? So I think this is great again. So now just look at industry-leading software engineering skills. Okay, yes, the kind of benchmarks that we actually talk about. If you want to dive deeper into the blog yourself, this is the link, and it's also in the description. So just go read it. But what I am more interested in is teaching Claude to navigate computers responsibly. Okay, because there can be a lot of things that can go wrong when you give AI access to your computer, right? So this is something that is important, you know, responsibility. So OSWorld is something I just want to look into as well. Okay, so this is benchmark. Okay, let's just click on that again. All right, so OSWorld benchmarking multimodal agents. So if you just look into this, I think it's a OSWorld GitHub.io, right? So if you can just watch this video here, it just gives you an example of training the computers using the Cursor, right? Like training the computer to use the AI to basically use the Cursor and just navigate through. So this is something, I think this is the kind of agent that it's integrated with the new model, but I still have to do a lot more research on this because this is something new that I just figured out. But what I am super interested in is how this is going to help me build applications, because right now I'm just saying, man, I was a non-coder just 3 months ago, and now I'm able to ship full stack applications, like literally full stack applications. All I do is go on to v0.dev, Cursor, ChatGPT, Claude Sonnet. I ask, I prompt, I actually just use the dictation button on my Mac, which is F5. You click on that, you just speak to it, it prompts, you get the code, just use the command central in Cursor, and then it does it. And it's going to do a video on this also, so hope that's going to be helpful for you guys. But yes, so this is what it is. Looking ahead, learning from the initial deployments of this technology, which is still in the earlier stages, will help us better understand both potential and the implications of increasingly capable AI systems. All right, so this is something that we still have to explore, and I am so fucking excited about Anthropic. Anthropic, you guys have done an amazing job, and man, I just can't wait for the OpenAI competitor for this. And I think Perplexity is also doing something great. Perplexity has its own desktop application right now, but this is computer use. It just automates autonomously, and then it just does the work. So this is something that we've learned. I hope this video was valuable to you. I try to be more consistent with the videos, guys. I just have this love-hate relationship with YouTube. I'm not able to stay consistent, but I just try to stay more consistent. And I also have a lot more videos upcoming about one-person business, how you can leverage this into a one-person business. And also what I've realized is I have to productize myself. I mean, the kind of knowledge that I've gained So this is like literally second nature to me, but I've realized that I do have knowledge that most people do not, and they would want to learn. And I think I'll start off with one-on-one consulting sessions as well. And also I was thinking, I built my own app, which is basically my own dashboard. Like instead of using Slack or Discord or School, I built my own application, and then that's where my whole community can enter in. Of course, it's going to be paid, it's going to be gated, and if you want like one-on-one sessions, like one-on-one consulting sessions where I walk you through and like literally teach you how to prompt engineer, how to build AI applications as a full stack developer without any coding knowledge. Guys, I'm not lying to you. Trust me when I say this. I was a marketer and now I can code, I can build applications. I don't know if you've seen that I built a whole AI interviewer application. So that's something that I've done, and man, I am just so excited. And I think the best way, no matter how much I speak, the best way to showcase my skills is just to create these videos and then build trust. And eventually, I'm sure I can definitely get like good consulting clients. That's my goal. That's my goal for 2025. Make upwards of $20,000 as a one-person business owner, as just myself. Just not working for anyone, just me creating value, creating content, adding value to you guys who definitely just want to learn from me. I think that I can. That's my goal, right? I want to build my application as well. So also, if you guys don't know, I own Harshit.io. So I was thinking, what if I just build my own application called app.harshit.io, which is going to be a dashboard where you can have courses, a complete calendar where you can book consulting calls with me, a section for community, and where I'll be posting a lot more research papers and everything that I'm learning about AI, right? So I think this is going to be definitely a value add, but I guess I have to build trust. I have to stay consistent with the videos that I create. But yes, I think that's all from my end. Thanks again for watching, and just look forward to all the videos that I'm going to share. I hope you like it, and yeah, thank you.